Hello, friends. Tonight we are stealing the moon. Welcome to day 2 of my gaming week. My gaming week, where I try to be a Let's Player for a week. And today we're going to be playing my most played game of all time. If you've been watching since the beginning, which is unlikely, this was one of the earliest games I ever mentioned on my channel. I said I would I would play some Kerbal Space Program, and here we are. This game, if you've not seen it before, is a physics simulator where you build rockets and planes, and today we're going to build a rocket to take 3 of our little space frogs to the moon. I have a little frog with me today. This is Tripod, who will be joining us for the journey. So, it's been a while since I played this. I'm going to be talking it through as I do, but it's so much fun. Okay, the interface is crazy. So you sort of piece together a rocket like Lego, and we need to think about it in parts. So this is where my crew are going to be living. And first thing I know is when they come back, they're going to probably want some parachutes so they're not immediately smacked into the ground when they land. So we're putting big parachute on top. Oh, I don't want to put on my flag. There we go. Some little parachutes around the side. And let's throw a heat shield on there too, because I don't want them to burn up. Now, I'm playing the game relatively stock. So I've got Kerbal Engineer because I do need to remember my Delta V's, and I've got some graphics mods on just because I think it makes the game look a bit prettier. So if you watch this video and you think I'm gonna play Kerbal Space Program now and it looks different, that will be why, because I am playing with some visual mods on. So we've got the landing pod done. This is what's going to return back to Earth after we're done going to the moon. And now let's go to the going to the moon bit. Need to remember which tanks are which. I need the right size one. Is this okay? Well, that's too big. That's you're too big. Where's the no? That's too small. I think there's a way to filter for it. It's fine. I'll find a U. There we go. So you can pop one of these on there. With a... Where are we going to find it? With like a nice... So again, we're building this backwards. This is sort of how we do rockets in this game, is we start from the top and work down. So this is going to be the bit that actually gets off the moon and comes back to Earth. And we're also going to make it the bit that lands on the moon. So yeah, let's give the visa. And to be sure, we are going to want to put some landing legs on there so that when we get to the moon, we don't immediately topple over. Okay? That's looking pretty good. What I've always learnt too is you want to have some lights when you go to the moon, because it can be dark there. So let's pop a couple of floodlights on the side. This game means a lot to me. I really enjoy physics. I have a good time with physics, and this game did a lot to really grow that love, because you do have to learn a lot about rocketry. Now it's it's oversimplified. It's not perfectly accurate in every way. But I spent so much of my very early 20s, late teens watching Scott Manley. More recently I watched Matt Lown. I really got into Kerbal Space Program though from HOC Gaming, who made a series about artificial gravity. So just to catch you when we're at, so we've got our sort of top stage. That's the bit that's going to land on the moon and then leave the moon and come back. This is my middle stage. This is the one that's going to like go from like the orbit to the moon, which I should have plenty to do that. And we're going to want our bit that's going to take us all the way up to orbit. And I'm going to do that with some onion staging, because why not? Yeah, let's put some of these like 1.8 meter DLC tanks on there. This is going to be a bit of an ugly rocket, but it's going to be a fun one. And we're going to go overkill. Look, I could make a super efficient rocket, but I'm not going to, right? Screw that. Efficiency's for nerds. I'm going to get really tilted if I put the rockets on at a dumb angle, though. Efficiency's for nerds. We are going to be just putting more boosters. That's the name of the game. So if I take this one, we're going to fuck with our staging. So put all of these on the bottom. Where's my fuel lines to? God, have they moved them? Where are my fuel lines? I'll explain what this is doing. Is it utility? Oh my god, the game's oh, it's under tanks. The game's changed since I played last. So just gonna quickly nuzzle in there and then just slap these on like that. There we go. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, it's making it look pretty. Have I already ballsed this up? Okay, that's off center. Let's fix that quickly. There we go, that's prettier. Staging back. Okay, so this means that all of these rockets can fire at once. That's not going to get us out of the atmosphere though, but we have got tons of delta V to play with. So let's pop another top on there. Let's get some aerodynamics going here. Do we have some? It's way too big. That's way too. That's. Oh no! Fuck. There we go. That one's gonna work. Oh yeah, let's really lean into the Soviet style. That's beautiful. Do you have a? There we go. There we go. That's how you know this is safe. That's how you know this is 100% fine. We'll put some struts connecting all of this. So part of why I'm not bothering with efficiency is that I get one shot at this. I am gonna fly to the moon on this go. We will either land on the moon and claim it, or we are going to go down in history as having tried really hard. Okay, I'm just gonna throw some solid rocket boosters on because I don't want to mess this up. We got some just like that's too big. That's too big. That's crazy. There we go. Ah, that's worse. God, it's been so long. There we go. These were the ones I wanted. Let's just slap a couple of those on there. That'll get us off the ground nice and quick. Should we have 4? I guess we've got 4 now. Aerodynamics. Just give them a nice little top. A fun fact about me was when I first went to uni, I applied for physics. So I did a year's worth of Open University, which I realize probably doesn't translate super well if you're not from the UK. If you've not even heard of it, is Open University is like online university. It's a university you can attend like without having to get into real uni. Let's quickly just check. Okay, that's absurd. That's gonna go there. These are gonna go off there. We don't need a escape system. Everyone will be fine. Haven't got any science on there. We don't need science. We should. Okay, just for realism, let's give them an antenna so they can watch their shows. So I don't want them going without like. I don't want little Kerbals getting bored. And they should have some electricity as well. That probably would have fucked. That would have screwed us over if I hadn't given them any electricity. So a couple of solar panels. And then on the main ship, have that'll do nicely. When we're in space, that'll do nicely. Okay. That gets the moon. That'll be. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's go. So I did the Open University. I did a physics degree for a year before I eventually went to university for computer science. Really enjoy the sciences. And space was the thing that always got me. And this game is just so fun for that. Oh my, hang on. This is so unprofessional of me. I just need to move these. That'll do. Close. Wonderful. Okay, tilt. And here we have it. We have our rocket. Look at her. That'll go to space. That'll go to space so good. Let's head to the moon. Right, I'm just gonna pop open this panel here so I can see our thrust to weight ratio. Now I'm not sure I ever wanted to get into like making rockets or things. Until I started playing Kerbal Space Program. But I just find it fascinating, like learning the rules that make the world work. Anyway, I should talk about the flight. What are we doing in the flight? So, if you've never flown a rocket before, we want to go up for a little bit, but then we want to really quickly start going sideways super fast. So getting to orbit is about getting to a point where you are falling towards Earth, but you miss it every time. And that's more or less what we're making our rocket to do. So you want to get past the like early bits of the atmosphere because, wow, because the air's really thick down here, and trying to fly a rocket directly through that is silly. You just waste all of your power against like fighting air resistance. God, what am I saying? You waste all of your energy fighting air resistance. But once we're up at like 10,000 meters here, it's a good time to lean over and start burning sideways, because what we really want to do is not just go up and then fall straight back down again. Let's put all our power on here. But now we're not going to be fighting air resistance too much. We really want to be going sideways as quickly as possible. Is this optimal? Am I doing an optimal flight trajectory? No, not really. Not at all. I'm firing all the fuel from these outer tanks first, so these are all draining. The one in the middle, my main rocket, that one is more efficient when we're out of the atmosphere. So I am letting her keep all of her fuel. So we're going to burn through all of these to get ourselves circularized, to get ourselves as high up as possible. And then when we're done, I'm going to release these side tanks, and we are going to just get going on our little middle engine. Definitely bowed over way too low down in the atmosphere. We're getting these sort of atmospheric drag effects. But, oh well, let's just go faster. It looks so beautiful. This is just like the Long Dark I played yesterday. This is a game that every time I play it, I'm just astounded by how beautiful it looks. And wow, and it does help I've got those visual mods on. So this isn't exactly how the base game looks. Right, I'm gonna face right into the direction of travel. And I'm gonna lose these because I think they're gonna add a lot of drag, keeping them on. And just look at that. Heading towards space. We are just a little bit below the sort of line of orbit. So we want to be above 70,000. That's when we stop. So worrying about atmospheric drag altogether. But that's going to just take the tiniest little burn. So let's just burn until we'll get ourselves up to 80. That will just give us a nice margin for error. Oh, let's do 75. Okay. And so this is a new look. This is the map screen. This is Kerbal. I've been calling it Earth. This is Kerbin, the planet that's our sort of Earth analog. This is the moon where we want to go to. So we'll set that as my target. But for now, we're just going to get ourselves into a nice stable orbit. I'm going to just speed up time. Oops. Speed up time a little bit to we're out the atmosphere. Tell you're out the atmosphere because that music kicks in. I'm just going to burn. Just going to burn facing in our direction of travel towards our progrades until our periapsis, so the lowest height in our orbit, is also around 70,000. So I've just got a nice circular orbit. Occasionally kick ourselves up. This is Kerbal Space Program. This is flying rockets. It's taking over the moon. There we go. We've got them both relatively equal. Nice circular orbit. See what it's like to go around the Earth. See, isn't that beautiful? In fact, we can hop out one of our Kerbals. Go for a little spacewalk. See the sun on our back. Oh, it's so pretty. Sorry, I know I'm probably meant to do some commentary here, but it looks beautiful. Makes me so happy. Let's pop out our solar panels too. I know we're just about to go into the shadow of the Earth. Pop those out. I did put on some antenna too, so we can pop these open. These don't do anything. These are for if you're playing the version of the game where you need to collect science. They help with communication satellites. But there we go. Just pop myself into. Just see the sun rise. Okay, that's enough admiring the sun and the beauty and the majesty of space. Let's go to the moon. So, I'm going to pop a maneuver on our orbit. And I know I'm going to want to go about 90 degrees to the moon. And we're going to be landing. So let's bring in our orbit so we get a nice close approach. Let's do... There you go, 60,000. That makes sense. It's going to use up a lot of our budget, but we've got plenty to spare. Some terminology. The game uses these units called delta V, which is change in velocity. So obviously we are currently just orbiting the Earth, but to orbit the moon, we need to change our velocity until we have more of it. And we change our velocity in the direction we're currently traveling. I'm not going to do tutorials on how to fly, or I would love to. If this game looks fun, by the way, this is the point of this series. Kind of expecting different people to find each video. I should have introduced myself at the start. I did yesterday. I'm Nyx. I'm a trans woman. I've been making daily vlogs since I worked that out. And this week I'm just making Let's Play videos. If you are interested in seeing more of this, if you want to watch me play more Kerbal Space Program or more video games, let me know. I would love to. If you're interested in like how to Kerbal Space Program, there are definitely better videos out there. I don't know any small creators doing it right now. So I would love to highlight a small creator, but I'd also love to be that small creator. So if you like what I'm doing, if you want to see the trans space frog steal the moon, there we go, the moon's just getting closer now, then let me know and I would be more than happy to. And we're getting closer now, almost into the moon's orbit. Like moon's sphere of influence. Oh, there's a little buffer as we move into the sphere of influence. And I'm going to start preparing myself to put ourselves in a stable orbit of the moon. So, as we get closer, we're going to be at our periapsis in 5 minutes. Let's just turn ourselves around. There we go, we can see Earth in the distance, the moon in front of us. And now we need to slow down. That's the other side of the delta V. So we were going very fast, and if we just let go, we'd end up in a much bigger orbit going out well into deep space. Well, not deep space, well into sort of a very wide orbit around Earth. But we're not interested in that, so we're going to slow down until the moon has captured us. Now, are there more efficient ways to do what I've done? Definitely. That's okay, because we are going to be making ourselves into a nice, clean orbit around the moon. And I think we can now set ourselves up to make a landing. So I'm going to do the burn to make a landing on the side of the moon away from the sun. Almost call it the dark side. That's slightly different. We're going to burn until we're just grazing the surface. There we go. It's so fun watching it dance through space like that, just doing its little spins. And there we go. So we're coming in just over the surface there. Let's bring ourselves back around to the light side of the moon. We're going to have to get ourselves ready. Now, we're not going to be able to land using just this engine because we're going a bit too fast, but we can use the last bit of fuel that we've got here to slow ourselves down enough that we can come into land with our other engine. So, let's try and find a spot that's not completely horrible to land on. There we go. And yeah, we're coming into our periapsis soon. We can slow down quickly by going full power burn here. Oh, and our screen adjusts because we're now on a Yeah, we're now on a collision trajectory with the moon. And this area here looks nice and flat-ish, not too cratery. Okay, we're going to have to be careful here because we're coming in pretty fast. Let's throw down our legs for when we do land. Okay, let's slow ourselves down some more. We have just thrown the last bit of our engine at the moon, so I'm sure that'll land nice and safely. I'll be taken off to a recycling plant. Definitely. Okay, we'll bring it in now. We don't want to land too heavy. Right, I'm just going to do a gentle burn here. So we're traveling 40 meters per second, 30. Ideally, we want to touch down like a couple of meters per second. So 20. Okay, let's hold that. There we have it. We've landed ourselves on the moon. I think that deserves a little spacewalk. Let's get all three of them out. You know what? If you're gonna go to the moon, let's get the whole crew out. So let's hop over. Let's get Jeb. We're gonna pop Bill out. Oops. Crap. That's fine. That was planned. That was part of the plan. Fuck. You know what? You can walk. I don't trust Bill with the rockets anymore. He's just the engineer. And our scientist. So I was saying earlier, if you'd like to see more of this, I really enjoy playing Kerbal Space Program, and I would love to do some more intense missions. I'm trying to stick to like a half-hour video, and I think, you know, landing on the moon, getting us back safely, that's about half an hour. There we go. This is going to be our... trans rights are human rights. That's on the moon now. That's canonical. Let's hop these ones back. I'm just gonna play around for a second to get like a nice neat thumbnail. Right. Oh, that's the flag. You're come on, Jones over here. There we go. If I'd thought about it more, I could have put them in the like fancy spacesuits that. There we go. Give them fun colors. I think that's gonna be like our what was it? Screenshot. Our thumbnail. Okay, right. That's enough playing around. Let's get everyone back. They're gonna miss their tea time. Although actually, right. They don't mind sitting around for a bit. I can see if I can get like a really cool... Oh, I missed it. Like a cool sunrise shot. That would be... There we go. Oh, there we go. That's worth it, I think. There we go. F2. Salute for the flag. Okay, that is enough faffing around. We are going to go back to... we're going back to Earth now. We can do that nice and quick. Let's try and make this video... Let's try to make this half-hour video. If you do like this content too, I'm more than happy to do some editing as well. I've never really edited my videos before, but but that's more because the daily vlogs don't lend themselves to it as well. I realise this is probably my worst daily vlog. I've not really talked about much. But I told you about me. I told you that I did study physics. Oh, I tried in my first year of computer science. I actually tried to get transferred to physics, and they wouldn't let me. Right, so we've got that there. We're going to want to burn towards... let's... We've got 2,000 delta V. We got 2,000 delta V. We will be fine. Gonna just burn ourselves up to sort of 30 kilometers. Then I'll circularize, and then we'll make a nice quick return back to Earth. So, in the end, I'm quite glad that I didn't end up going with physics. It turns out I really enjoy computer science. I have learned a lot. In my first year, I was just a little insecure, but I did know that I knew how to physics. These days, I think physics probably eludes me. I know I've got a few friends who are engineers, and I love hearing about the things they tell me, but I don't really understand them. Okay, so we're in orbit of the moon now. We want to go back to Earth, and if possible, we're actually in like we're in a pretty good position to full send. Let's be inefficient. Let's get them back. Let's get them back quick, boys. We've got like 3 more minutes left of this video. I went the wrong way. Okay. Oops. I thought I was going the other way. That's fine. Space travel is mostly about guesswork. That's what I learned from Apollo 13. This was all intentional. We're just going to come in a little bit faster than I thought we would. Get our periapsis down to... Let's go with... We've got enough fuel to do a sensible burn. So let's go with 50,000. There we go. Another day in space. But they'll be fine with that. Who doesn't want an extra day in space? Yeah, I would love to do some missions visiting other planets. I love making space stations. That's it. Okay, we're in the atmosphere now, so want to be careful. Oh, hang on. I pressed. Crap. I've pressed something. I've turned on the arrows. Oh well, I'll find out what those are. F3? No. 4. Ah! I've just pressed the F keys because I've turned on the arrows and I've... Okay, it's F12. It was F12. The solar panels, I can't retract them. We're learning some lessons. I can close this down. So that won't blow up. And this won't blow up. Okay, we're at our periaps now, so I'm just gonna dump the last of our fuel, getting us to slow down, bring our orbit in as tight as possible, see if we can't get ourselves a nice, safe landing. It looks like we've got a continent underneath us, so if... Yeah, 500 elevator. We can do this. We can do this. Right, chat, we can do this. We're gonna bring our frogs, our trans space frogs home safe and happy, and with all of the trans rights. We've established trans rights on the moon. Okay, I'm out of fuel, but we are going down. Gonna pop off our stage there. We put a heat shield on. We can just speed up time. Okay, because we're descending now. We're coming towards the ground. How much longer have I got? Okay, I've got like a minute left on this video. If we run over, we run over. I'm gonna end this with our boys safely safely landed. We're gonna land on the ground too. That's totally planned. Might end up falling through this cloud layer. These are BlackRack's volumetric clouds, by the way. It's gonna be quite. Hang on. It's gonna be quite hard to pick a thumbnail for this video because this is. Oh, this is gorgeous. Yep, we're coming in hot. We might just miss the clouds. That's gonna be good for visibility. I did put 2 layers of parachutes. I forgot to stage those properly. Let's deploy our drogue chutes. So these are the small parachutes that are just there to slow us down. Okay, and those should pop open soon. Right, these will get us to a nice, safe velocity where we can pop open our main parachute. There we go. Oops, I think I pressed the screenshot button there. There we go. Okay, let's pop open our main chute. And chat, we did it. We've brought our space frogs home. Okay. Speeding up time. Trying to get this to ground as quick as possible. We might go slightly over 30 minutes here. But you know what? When we let's not be too fast when we hit the ground. Oh, yep. Gentle landing, very gentle landing, totally safe. I'm gonna pop Jeb out, and now we're on Earth. Now we're on the ground. We can take off our helmet, and we can put another flag here. There we go. And we're also gonna say. One struggle. One fight. Thank you very much for watching me play this space simulator game. Like always, let me know if there's anything you liked about this, if you did want to see more, if you want to see me do other Kerbal space program. I love you very much, friends. I will see you tomorrow.